If you are building event-driven applications and using a messaging system, sooner or later you're going to run into a problem when sending a message. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. How do we recover from a messaging failure? The team behind Service Bus developed a new solution that has a native integration with MassTransit, and that's what I want to showcase in this video. You can find the complete source code for this showcase in their GitHub repository, and I'm going to leave the link to it in the description below this video if you want to run the application together with me as I go through the showcase. Now, there's also a README which contains instructions for how you should run this project, and we're just going to be using Docker Compose to spin up a couple of containers, and I'm going to show you what it can do. There are a couple of components inside of this system: the client UI application, the sales application, the shipping, and the billing application. In the demo that we're going to run, they communicate together using RabbitMQ, and there's a nice simulation that we're going to run, which is going to cause some failures, and we're going to discuss how we can recover from them. Now let me show you how to actually run this. If you grab the source code and you have Docker up and running, you can navigate to the source folder, and from there you're going to run Docker Compose, target the base Docker Compose file and the one specific to RabbitMQ, as well as the file with the environment variables, and then you can hit enter. This is going to go ahead and pull some services that are required to run the MassTransit connector, and some services from particular that are going to allow us to observe failed messages. It's also going to start up the services that are needed for this demo, and there are quite a bit of them. There's the database for storing the failed messages, RabbitMQ, which is going to be our message broker. Then we have the MassTransit connector, which is what is going to pick up the failed messages from RabbitMQ and feed them into the component that's going to be responsible for processing failed messages. Then we have a couple of services, the sales, billing, and shipping service, and we also have a client application that we can use to interact with these services. So if you navigate to localhost 61335, you're going to see the client application where we can run our demo. It contains a few boxes here. The first one is going to contain the customer order, which is going to be sent from the client application to the sales component, and the sales component is going to publish messages to billing and shipping, and finally billing is going to publish a message once the order is billed for it to be processed in the shipping component. Now we're also going to see some messages for these components in the boxes below, and now I'm going to hit run scenario, and because my services are up and running behind the scenes, we're going to see some messages show up here. Now what's also interesting is that you're going to see some failures. For example, the 3 orders that you can see here have failed, and there's an option to view the failure details inside of Service Pulse. You're also going to see the respective failures in the billing and the shipping components. So what can we do from here? Well, if I open up RabbitMQ and I navigate to queues and streams, and I'm going to apply a filter here to look for error queues, you will see that there are 4 of them. So MassTransit is going to create a respective error queue where it's going to send any messages when it encounters a failure. So from here, without the Service Pulse solution for monitoring failed messages, what you could do is take a look at the ship order errors queue. And for example, you could fetch a message from here and then move it to a different queue for it to be reprocessed. Now this is essentially the retry strategy, and it can work pretty well for transient failures or when you have some problems in the consumers, but the issue is it's pretty cumbersome to do this manually, which is where our new solution comes in. So going back to the client UI, I can head over to the View Failures button or navigate to a specific failure if I want to see it. So let's say I go into the global one, and we're going to be greeted with the failed messages screen inside of the Service Pulse component. And by default, we're going to see our failed message groups. Here you can see the messages that have failed inside of our demo, and they are grouped based on the message type. So this is a more aggregated way of viewing your failed messages instead of having to drill down into each individual message. Now you can if you want to. For example, I can drill into the message group and then observe the failed messages that I have inside. So in this case, I have 3 failures of the order placed message, and then I can drill into the specific message and I can take a look at the stack trace, which is going to contain the information about the exception and where I failed to process this message inside of my code. I can also take a look at the original message headers, and these are specific to how MassTransit operates, and you can observe what we have inside, but it also contains some additional message headers which are added by Service Bus. So then what can you do next? You can also take a look at the message body, and here is our message serialized as a JSON object. And for example, we could take a look at the message, see if there's something problematic with it, and we even have an option to edit the message and retry. So I can go into the message body and append another component to the message. For example, I can extend the contents of the message and then hit retry. And this is going to send the message back to RabbitMQ, and my application will be able to reprocess it. Now, of course, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just retry the message, or you can even delete it if you don't want to recover from this failure. Now, another thing you can do is select all of your messages and retry all of them, or you can select a specific message group, like the 4 message groups that we have here, and retry on the message group level. So let's say I do that. I'm going to retry the messages, and this might take a couple of moments before it's actually published to RabbitMQ and then picked up by our system, and you're going to see some status information here as the retries are sent. Now, if I go back to the client application, we should be able to see some updates here. So if I scroll to the top, you can see the IDs of the 3 messages that we retried and a note saying that the order was placed after a successful retry of the order placed message. You'll see the same in the other 3 components that we have below. So this is the billing component processing the order build message, and after it's done, it's going to publish the order build message. And finally, the shipping component below is going to process our messages after the retry. Now note that you can receive your messages out of order, and your system should be able to accommodate this. Looking at the logs here, you can see that we received the order build message, and this was done after a retry before we received the order placed message. So you should expect something like this happening inside of your messaging system. Now let's take a look under the hood and see how all of this actually functions. So I'll jump into the source code, and I'm going to open up just the billing service, for example, and let's take a look at the program file. Here we're configuring the application host, and what I want to focus on is the MassTransit setup. It's just your standard configuration, calling add MassTransit, using the kebab case endpoint name formatter, adding the consumers using assembly scanning, and then setting up the transport. Now this is an extension method, and there's really nothing out of the ordinary here. Based on the environment variable, it's going to figure out the transport type, and it's either going to be using Azure Service Bus or RabbitMQ, which is what we are using in our example. Now, if you didn't notice, there isn't anything that we needed to do to integrate with the Service Pulse capability for processing failed messages. All of this is done behind the scenes with the MassTransit connector and a couple of additional components. So if I open up Docker Desktop, you can see that we have our few services, the sales, frontend, shipping, client UI, and billing services, and then here are the services that are actually responsible for processing the failed messages. So there is Service Pulse running, which is what we were using to access the user interface, the MassTransit connector, which is the component responsible for reading the messages from the error queues and moving them over to Service Pulse. Then there's a database for storing these messages, and of course our RabbitMQ messaging component. If I jump back into the failed messages screen, you will see that they are all gone after the successful retries. And if you want to try this out in your systems where you are using MassTransit, it's currently in free preview, so you won't need a license. Now that might change in the future, which is why there is a giveaway which you're going to find in the description under this video, where you can enter for a chance to win a free license and a couple of additional prizes. If you want to learn more about how messaging works with RabbitMQ and MassTransit, then you should watch this video next. Make sure to smash the like button on your way out, check out my courses to improve your software architecture skills, and until next time, stay awesome.